There we go. Tied at 10, not anymore. This time, ratified is down. Here in double O2. We'll go at it again inside. Tampa Bay Gators are going to crash hole 19.
Time is happening in the title of the since 2000.
Welcome, CDL fans, to our February 29th edition of CDL Live here in our 2016 season. And hey, happy leap year to everyone out there. So we get this game day underway. It's going to be an entertaining one on this leap year. I'm going to see this kind of game day once every 4 years. But anyways, bad jokes aside, some great matchups here on this game day, especially our featured events. Few undefeated teams left, and we get to see one of those undefeated perfect teams in action today. Escalade and the Bradford Brawlers, the legendary one Escalade. Got Bradford off to a pretty good start, but they'll be coming off their first loss out of the season on the road against the 3-0 Buffalo Warriors. That leads off our game day. Also on tap, Idaho Cowboys are 2-1, taking on the Portland Panthers, who come in here with 1 win, 2 losses, but of course one of those losses from overtime. So it's a 1-1, 0-1 record for them. And then our main event, the Atlanta Avengers, kind of like Portland, done a little bit of everything. 1 win, 1 tie, 1 overtime loss, and they are on the road against the defending Eastern Conference champion, Tampa Bay Gators, who done a little bit of everything themselves. 1-1-1. 1 win, 1 tie, or 1 win, 1 loss, 1 tie. Doesn't matter what order you really put it in, but you get specific about these things, I suppose. But nonetheless, those are the games that are happening tonight. Southeast Division battle at the main event spot. Should be a fun one. And plus, plenty of action going on around the rest of the league. So that being said, Development League scores. Calgary getting the win over Edmonton, 15-10, the Western Division Showdown. It was all divisional showdowns in the D-League. Vancouver with a 2015 overtime win over Utah. Anaheim serves donuts for dinner against the Oakland Smashers, 15-0 the final there. Baltimore able to get the win 20-15 in overtime against their rivals, the Richmond Reapers, 15-0. Toronto decimating the Orlando Rage. Rochester falls for the first time this season, 15-5 at the hands of the Syracuse Scorpions, their in-state rivals there. Little Rock falling 15-5 at the hands of the Memphis Claws. We also had Kansas City going to 4-0, 15-5 win over the Winnipeg Predators, and the Cincinnati Tigers just squeaking by the Mexico City Jaguars in overtime, 20-15. Alaska, Montreal, and Oklahoma City had the bye. So on to this game day we go. Let's get down the field for the first matchup, Bradford Brawlers, Buffalo Warriors. Alright, CDL fans, welcome to our February 29th edition of CDL Live, celebrating leap year. Tim guys are in the house sneaking by here, folks. Ready to see his team's playing a little while, but leading off this game day, our first matchup of the night. Before we get to a few highlights, we got the Bradford Brawlers on the road taking on the Buffalo Warriors. Two teams coming in here pretty evenly matched on paper. The Bradford Brawlers, though, coming off their first loss of the year, happen to be against the Los Angeles Blades. They are now on the road to take on the undefeated Buffalo Warriors, coming into this game with a perfect 3-0 record. Escalade only flipped 1 time this year so far. It's at the middleman spot. But another heavy card to meet them out there will be Inferno. So let's get a look at these lineups and see how these boys match up for today's game. Brawlers, Warriors. here we go. Uncle Sam leads the way for the Bradford Brawlers. Out there meeting from the Buffalo side will be Tyrell. Offense on the mind of both sides, and both cars go down on the first collision. So we got a 5-5 game, and that'll bring out the heavyweights. Escalade out there for Bradford, and out there for Buffalo will be Inferno. And both are sliding, not really budging too much either. They continue to go at it here. And this time Escalade taken down. 10-5 Buffalo in the lead. And now that brings out Spinebuster for the Bradford Brawlers. This is their bit of defense, but fails them there. And the Warriors with the home field turf take it into advantage. They go 4-0, and a surprising 4-0 start for the Warriors considering how their season went last year. Not too stellar. Didn't even make the playoffs. But coming back with a vengeance here in 2016. Got some highlights coming your way, folks, from a bunch of other games across the league. And our next live action, Puerto Rico play, or not the Puerto Rico plays, it would be the Idaho Cowboys and the Portland Panthers. Next time, well, or should I say the next game coming up, but highlights first. Start by getting a look at that Puerto Rico highlight. Puerto Rico players 0-3. What's going on with Alex Johnson's team? Can they get the win over? Can they get the win over Shane Geiser's Miami Mafia, who are also 0-3? Who's going to get their first win of the season? Check out the highlight here. Let's get down to it. Well, folks, just saw it. The big win for the Buffalo Warriors. Bradford falls to 2-2, and Buffalo goes to 4-0. They remain perfect. Coming up next, we're going to be seeing Idaho and Portland go head-to-head, but of course, highlights first. So let's get to the highlights. Well, the first segment of highlights from this February 29th game day. So Miami Mafia and the Puerto Rico plays. First highlight we will be getting to, and I apologize for the video quality. It's a re-recording. Technical difficulties, the file wouldn't go. But nonetheless, Black Lena was impressive to start things off in this game. As you see in that work here, taking down the first opponent to get the 5-0 lead. So that would bring out Aqua Chevelle, and check out that move in slow-mo now. Aqua Chevelle, crazy stuff out of him. If you can even really get a good look at it, I mean, my goodness. So grainy because of the re-recording, but after that, shortly after, you're going to see a tie collision. Both Aqua Chevelle and Black Lena down, but it brought out Black Star to clean up house. For the score 10-5 and the game on the line. Money. 15-5 the final score, and the Puerto Rico players finally get a win on the season. They go to 1-3. Next game we go into Green Bay Dragons, Boston Vandals, Shell starting things off against Nitro. Aerodynamics on display, and it doesn't last very long as Shell goes down 5-0 Boston. So now Nitro out there against Rocket Oil. And a good little fight between these two. They switch sides here and go to battle yet again, and that time Rocket Oil had the flip. So tied at 5, a little interference there as Blue Dragon 2 was out there, and you saw the two going at it some more. Some good fighting going on between these guys. Very competitive match, but that time Rocket Oil had a good flip. There was no interference on that play. So carry on the match. It's Vendetta out there now, and he gets the flip on Rocket Oil. So gotta give credit to Vendetta here. Look at the way that he battles. He's 1-0, and Vendetta doing his thing yet again right there. I can't remember who he took down, but he takes on Inquisitor now with the score 15-10. Look at that replay. How does Vendetta get back up? Oh, it was Toy Soldier that he took down from Green Bay's captain spot, but nonetheless, you can barely see him. I understand, hey folks, I'm feeling the same pain trying to do this for you, but nonetheless, a great battle that you're seeing on display here. Both these cars going at it with the game on the line. Inquisitor is a rookie from the Green Bay side, and Vendetta able to take him down the end. 15-10 the final score. Vandals get their first win of the season. Next game we get into Indianapolis Reaper, San Jose Storm, and coming hot out of the gate. 48 hours as we see him at work here up against Blue Indy first. And just off the first collision, a flip back quick. That brought out Gold Z28 from the Indy side. And an interference saving Gold Z28 there. But on the very, second next collision, I guess you could call it, another flip. 10-0 San Jose, 48 hours getting it done, but out comes Phoenix from the Indianapolis side. And a good flip right there is Phoenix was up off screen. So that would bring out Solid Snake now for the Storm. And Solid Snake was down. Phoenix went flying off. Again, not hitting nothing, getting a good flip right there. So now Wasp comes out for the Storm. Game tied at 10, and lucky Wasp getting the right of way, and hey, he gets to do that on right of way. Gets the lead as he got the flip off of that, and but it got paid in kind. Dark Knight getting the flip on Wasp, and he forced overtime. So tied at 15, Dark Knight and Charizard. You will not enjoy this, but it will be over quickly. Well, you enjoyed it if you're a Storm fan because you just got the win in OT. So the Storm 20-15 in overtime had the win over the Reapers. First collision of overtime. Charizard gets it done, takes down Dark Knight. Storm getting the win. Now on to the Carolina Wildcats and the Washington Patriots Southeast Division Showdown. Dragon Jr., you saw his picture right there. Coming out of the gate here, he looked pretty good today. A 1-0-1 game for him. You see him here against Landlord, and he is going to be able to take Landlord down, just barely missing the interference call right there. So that brings out Black Phantom for the Patriots. Carolina with the 5-0 lead, and they both go down there making it 10-5. So now Mellow 51 for the Wildcats out there against 40. Number 40, Ratitude from the Patriots, and Ratitude getting the job done, but he would not stop there. Deep fry me some Twinkies. Ratitude getting the job done there, and come on, bring out the 5-point gainer. Who is it? Two-timer? Two-time this. 15-10 the final score. Ratitude going 3-0. Patriots get the win over the Wildcats. And moving on, Minnesota Maniacs, Seattle Lumberjacks, and this guy made an impact today. Definitely set things up. Buzz off. Out there first against Diablo 2, and after just a few collisions here, able to win out the day, or should I say the match. You could say he kind of helped win the day, but nonetheless, a 5-0 lead after he saw that flip there. So that would bring out Red Racer from the Maniacs middleman spot, and wouldn't take very long for him to get put down there. But that brings out Black Spinebuster. So Black Spinebuster out there for the Maniacs, down 10-0 here in this game against the defensive Buzzsaw, and able to get the flip on Buzzsaw. So still alive in it, but then comes the rookie Dark Dragon with the game on the line. Can the rookie get it done from the middleman spot? And look at those defensive maneuvers. This car able to do just some amazing things. Was able to stay up there. Look at the replay. Bouncing all over the place. He was up off screen. So we continue doing this, and right there is the flip. Dark Dragon got the flip there. I don't know if you can really tell, but Black Spinebuster was down, so that ended the game. 15-5. Lumberjacks getting the win over the Maniacs. Milwaukee Mob, Philadelphia Demons going head-to-head. The first two out there, Silver Molina and Hot Tub Jr., and boy, this did not take long. Hot Tub Jr. going down 5-0 Philadelphia. Silver Molina, you see him right there. Monty Jr. would be his next opponent. Monty Jr. outweighs Silver Molina, no doubt about it. But look at the defense that Silver Molina can bring to a CDL field, and you're just seeing the spectacle of it. This car was playing without a top in the second game day, and here he is on the fourth one, facing a bigger opponent, and somehow still going to be able to find a way to get the job done right there. 10-0 Demons in the lead. Enter the rookie for the Milwaukee side, Cartman, from their captain spot. Down 10-0, try and keep him in the game. And he almost is able to get a flip there, but an interference will save Silver Molina. Cartman running into my leg, and not only does that happen once, folks, not just once, it is going to happen again, and it's coming up right there. Yet again. Silver Molina, though, gonna make him pay for it. That time, Cartman going down and serve the donuts all around for dinner. Silver Molina goes 3-0, and the Philadelphia Demons get the 15-0 shutout win over the Milwaukee Mob. And Silver Molina, just how good is this car? I'm speechless. But speechless no longer. Twisters and Blades, the next one we go through, and you see here, it is going to be Far Future out there getting a tie to lead things off with Silver Indy 5-5 the score. So Blades and the Twisters neck and neck. So now Rowdy out there take on Pinkendy Jr. And the interference right there. So, of course, Pinkendy Jr. from the LA side, they go at it again. And Pinkendy Jr. getting the good flip on Rowdy. And all of a sudden, it's 10-5. That sets up this matchup. Pinkendy Jr. up against Mr. Freeze. These two, good defensive matchup. Would it translate into that way on field? Certainly looking like it right there. Good defensive moves being had by both cars as they put it all on the line with the game on the line. 10-5 the score at this point, and it was a do-or-die situation for Mr. Freeze. In his second year in the league, and another interference there, he sees saving himself, and not able to save himself there. Right in the middle of the field, getting the job done. Pinkendy Jr. for the Los Angeles Blades win, 15-5 over the St. Louis Twisters. Moving on, Detroit Devils and New Jersey Bandits going at it, and this one was close the whole way through. You see Kid Custom and Black Dragon both taking each other out there, so we were tied at 5 off the bat. Next two cars out there, 686 from the New Jersey side, Cloud Cutter from the Detroit side. Had a good little fight there, but they were both taking each other out, and that set up this matchup with the game tied at 10. Padawan from Detroit and the number 1 overall pick of the draft, New Jersey Bandits, had Power Pistons out there from their captain spot, and a good battle that these two had. That one looked like it was pretty clean, but both cars still up, but not that time. Padawan getting taken down, brought out Black 3 for the Detroit side, and he goes down fairly easily. What a game. Power Pistons quickly getting that 2-0 mark and getting the Bandits the 15-10 win. Folks, that does it for the first segment of highlights. On to more action, live action. Well, it's not really live, but, as live as it's going to get for you folks. Idaho Cowboys and Portland Panthers should be a great game. The two teams going head-to-head right now.
This is game time, and it's game time that the madness fly. Show the strength that just can't be defined.
All right, folks, welcome back to CDL Live. Our February 29th game day continuing on here. A little battle there. All right, so we still have the North West Division. This probably be a divisional matchup, but of course it's not. But it's a regional matchup. The Idaho Cowboys on the road taking on the Portland Panthers. So Idaho comes to this game with a record of 2 wins and 1 loss, and Portland 1 win, 1 loss, and an overtime loss to add on to that. So already the West got teams like these two battling throughout the standings in it. Should be an interesting game, and one that could come back to play a factor in the playoff race between these two squads, possibly. But that being said, let's get a look at the lineups. And before moving on, saw Bradford and Buffalo played earlier. Bradford's next game on the road against Tim and his Philadelphia Demons. And as for the Buffalo Warriors, they will find themselves on the home side of the field against the Detroit Devils. That being said, Idaho, Portland. Let's see what they do today against each other. Let's get a look at the lineups. Guys. Here we go. Coming out to the field first for the Portland Panthers will be RDO2.
Temple of CDL.
And 1975 out there for Portland. So Idaho with RDO2, 1975 out there for Portland. So go at it here.
Yeah.
And just like that, RDO2 has a flip and Idaho has a lead. 5-0 in the score, and that brings out Monty for the Panthers. And Monty has a flip. Puts down RDO2, the heavyweight there. Now takes on another heavyweight. 42nd from the Cowboys. Game tied at 5 and 42nd. Gets the flip on Monty. 10-5 Idaho.
So how you done?
So, Panthers down their captain here. It's who? And who gets the flip? Able to survive there. No interference. 42nd is down. And we are tied at 10. That will bring out governor for the Idaho Cowboys. Whoa, no contact. That was a misfire.
Nobody said that. Nobody seen it. Alright? That shit happens.
And, well, you get a little visit from our mascot. Oh, wait, gotta go back to the wrong side. There was avoided collision. Don't count that one in the record books, folks. Back to the wrong side, there you go. And this time, Governor goes down, so Portland taking the lead. 15-10 to score. MX Drakester now out there for Idaho, looking to send this game in the OT. Almost did. Who's staying up? No interference. They'll switch sides. And interference right there. It's going to save who? Wow. The car is still going in. Still staying up, and this time interference.
Son of a bitch. I'm only joking.
Sounds of it.
I'm only joking.
You're kind of rooting for Idaho?
I'm rooting for any team that wins. This is a battle right now. See?
Indeed it is. Interference called yet again. So who's MX Drakester? The fight continues.
I like this. Come on now.
Who's on the defensive? And almost a flip there. So, we'll continue to go at it. No interference that time. Who stays up? And they'll switch sides yet again. The battle continues, and this time MX Drakester has the flip on who?
Yeah, baby.
And this game is tied at 15, and we go into overtime. And it's going to be Purple Fire out there for Portland.
It should be a battle here.
It's a battle of offense, and they both go down, hooking each other there. And a double takedown right there, and this one ends in a tie. 15-15 the final score. Both the Cowboys and the Panthers taking away 2 points today to the standings. So, before moving on here, I'm about to just stop on you. Idaho's next game on the road against the San Francisco Shinobis. For the Portland Panthers, their next game, they will be home against the Nashville Nighthawks. More to come, more highlights coming up, and then of course our main event. Atlanta Avengers on the road to take on the Eastern Conference champion Tampa Bay Gators. All coming up on CDL Live. Stay tuned. Well, folks, ends as close as you can get it to end. 15-15 the final in OT. The Cowboys and the Panthers walking away with a tie here on the February 29th game day, which is a help to a point. Both teams walking away with 2 points to help them in the standings. But Portland has done a little bit of everything now, considering the fact that they are now 1-1 as far as records go. So doing a little bit of everything this season. Gotta wonder if some consistency might come for them in the future. With that being said, next event coming up is our main event. Atlanta versus Tampa Bay. Gators and Avengers there. Well, Tampa Bay Gators, Atlanta Avengers, in case you were wondering. But nonetheless, before getting to that, the last segment of highlights, live action going on here in the Car Demolition League, and we don't stop. Let's get down to those highlights. And we smash off the second set of highlights. Houston and Roswell. Nickel and Diamond and F1 Racer going at it, having themselves a nice little battle here, and you're going to see a great defensive maneuver there. F1 Racer, let's get a look at that in slow-mo. Unbelievable. And on the very next collision that happened after that, both cars were down. So we had a 5-5 game that brought out White Ferrari for the Houston Oilers. Check them out here against Dragonfly. Bam! Getting them down right away. 10-5 Houston. That brings out Spectite, who's a great defensive car himself, but like Ferrari, just not able to get it done as quick here, as you see him having some struggles there with Spectite. You see him switch sides here. Another strong collision. They keep going at it. Another great defensive maneuver by Spectite, but can't save himself in the end, and that would end the game right there. Great game for White Ferrari. He goes 2-0, and the Houston Oilers get the win over the Roswell Aliens, 15-5. Dayton Rebels and Hartford Homies, and folks, if you blink, you just might miss this game. It moved that quick. Silver and Black Attack Jr. out there against El Rey, and it was 5-0 Dayton. El Rey getting the flip, but that brought out 46 Jr. from the Hartford side, and he would tie things up right away. So 5-5 the score. Look at how quickly this game is. I didn't even have to edit this, folks. Zapper coming out there for the Dayton Rebels now in a 5-5 game, and he gets the flip on 46 Jr. So it's 10-5 Dayton. So enter Indy 5 for the Hartford homies, and both cars are down. It's a 15-10 game. Dayton Rebels in the lead. Bring out tow for the Rebels, and redemption at Hartford's 5-point gainer spot. And just like that, it's done and over with. Folks, I didn't even have to edit that one. Quick flips, 15-10. Dayton Rebels getting the win over the Hartford homies. Moving on to the matchup between the Cleveland Wolves and Gowanda Outlaws, some smash mouth offense leading the way. Aqua Ferrari and Lamborghini, both of them down after 2 collisions on a tied one there, and that sets up Octanium against Sonic Boom. 2 great lightweight defensive cars going at it, and you are about to see some dancing here, folks. Both these cars very good at that. Good spin cycle there by Sonic Boom, and follow that up. Look at this. That's a breakdance. Mama put me in a K-pop video. Octanium somehow able to stay up, continues the fight here, and Sonic Boom able to stay up himself and eventually get the flip. So makes it a 10-5 game. Sonic Boom has Gowanda in the lead. Still battling out with Bully Goat and almost an interference there, but both of them are down, and you see just coming so close to my leg there. He's actually a little ways away, but Hammer now coming out with the 15-10 lead for the Outlaws. Looking to take down Junk in the Trunk, who's trying to force overtime for Cleveland here. And this matchup, not quite as epic as the one that you just saw. And it's 1 and yes, 2 collisions. End it right there. Deep fry me a Twinkie, because Hammer able to get the job done. 15-10 though, the final score. Great game, but the Gowanda Outlaws able to pick up the win over the Cleveland Wolves. Move on to the San Antonio Kings and the New Mexico Monsters. It was Sweet 16 and X-Wing going at it to lead things off, and after just about 3 or 4 collisions, yeah, it was 3, it's a tie game as they both took each other down. 5-5 the score, but enter Synchro. He was dominant today. You see him here against RPG. A good little battle that happened between these two, but in the end, Synchro just too tough. Motor Blade Jr., get out of here. 15-5 the final score. And Synchro, sorry Marshawn Lynch, but you just got schooled in beast mode. 15-5 the final score. The New Mexico Monsters getting the win over Southern Division rivals, the San Antonio Kings. Denver Mustangs, San Francisco Shinobis. We get to this one. If you love defense, you'll love this game, but it did not start that way. As you see there, F3 going down against Purple Custo, and just a couple of collisions later, it was Black Bullet 1 out there for the Shinobis, tying the game up at 5. That brought out Teardrop for the Denver Mustangs. Black Bullet 1 already got a flip to his credit. Now taking on Teardrop, and let the defense begin. You can start your chants, folks. Defense. Defense. Look at that. Do a barrel roll. Somehow Black Bullet 1 able to stay up. And that is immediately darn near followed by a great barrel roll move by Teardrop. He's able to stay up. Both these cars, scathing elimination in every sense of the word, interference right there. And then we see one that's coming up that became controversial right there. Now, it got called good flip.
That's what you're saying. Denver's challenging the call on the field. We will put the game under review.
Now, when you take a look at this, Teardrop hitting my knee there, and
The call on the field is reversed. No flip. That wasn't interference.
so got called interference, no flip on the field. So yeah, we moved on here. So Teardrop still in it due to the reverse call, and down went Teardrop. Black Bullet 1 says, so nice I'll do it twice, but now he has to take on Red Detta. Okay, so with the score, 10-5, Shinobis in the lead. The rookie Red Detta trying to keep his team in the game. That one was an interference, but they kept on going at it here, and it would be finished up right there. Black Bullet 1, total beast in this game. Lost a little piece of his front end there, but 15-5 the final score. Black Bullet 1 goes 3-0. Shinobis get the win over the Mustangs. Nashville Nighthawks, San Diego Lightning. Next game we look forward to Orange Chevelle up against Hot Goat. They would start this game off, and man, oh man, this whole game was just a pretty game to watch. But check it out, folks. Hot Goat, the rookie, out there against Orange Chevelle, defense on display, and these three collisions, there was finally a flip there. Orange Chevelle getting the lead for the Nighthawks, 5-0. But look at this all in slow-mo here. Unbelievable. And here's the one with the flip here. Somehow able to barrel roll and dance his way out of it. Now takes on Dirty Snow and takes him down. So Orange Chevelle starting off the game 2-0, and look at that flip in slow-mo. And it not just a flip, but Orange Chevelle's ability to stay up and keep himself in the game. Now takes on 24 Hours, and look at this. Good way to stay up right there, and then gets taken down right afterwards. So Orange Chevelle, the defense looking good there, and then finally after that, the offense just too much for him. So he gets taken down. 2-1 day for him. So that left 24 Hours out there against No Fear, and an interference right there. No Fear going for the win. It was a 10-5 game with Nashville in the lead. And take a look at that. So close to an interference, but 24 Hours staying up still. So they would switch sides up here, and right away, not going to get it. But on the very next collision, No Fear delivers, says, I don't need it right away. Dude, I'm just that damn good. Getting the job done. 15-5 the final score, and the Nashville Nighthawks get the job done on the road, getting the win over the San Diego Lightning. They go to 4-0. Moving on, folks, it's a Southern Division rivalry. Dallas Lone Stars leading the way with Watts up, and the New Orleans Gladiators led off with the lead. And if you thought the last game had great defense, check this one out as well, no doubt about it. Watts up and Elite put on a show, an interference call right there, sent Elite back to his own side. He would continue his battle. Look at this move in slow motion. My goodness, Elite going in circles upside down, breakdancing his way, and ends up getting a tie with Watts up. So what a way to start the game off. That brings out Gray Indy and Golden Rat. Of course, Gray Indy for the Dallas Lone Stars. You get a picture of them right there, and you are going to see some spectacular stuff out of them like that. In slow-mo, please. Thank you very much. How does Gray Indy do it? He's an offensive car. But not only that, manages to get the flip right there, and all of a sudden it's a 10-5 game. Lone Stars in the lead, and it brings out T. Gray, who's a little lightweight defender, and look at that defensive move being done by the offensive Gray Indy. Somehow keeping himself in the game, and that time an interference. He almost had T. Gray. Unfortunately for Gray Indy, it would come back to haunt him. T. Gray able to get the flip on him, and that tied things up at 10 apiece. So Reptile and T. Gray, the rookie Reptile from the Dallas captain spot. And look at that. It was like a pattern. They just did some Blue Angel stuff. That came very close to an interference. Look at how close that was. So it's just unbelievable, these cars, of what they're able to do. And they kept going at it here. And look at this move. T. Gray, my goodness. He plastic highlight reel. Twice. Look at this one. Incredible, just unbelievable how he's able to stay up there. He continues the fight here with Reptile. This game moving on along. Great collisions, interference right there. That would put both cars back on their own sides yet again. And look at this move by T. Gray. Beautiful. Unbelievable defense being played. Like I said, folks, you thought we couldn't top that last game. Guess again. Reptile able to get the flip, though. And now Reptile looking to put it away. 15-10 the score. Menace out there for New Orleans trying to force overtime. And putting on a show here. Actually, Menace putting up a good fight. He's definitely the underdog coming in this one, believe it or not. Look at this move by Reptile. In slow-mo. You can do this all game long. You can watch this game in slow-mo. It'd still be entertaining. Unbelievable move yet again by Reptile. Able to stay up somehow, some way, and then get the game-winning flip right there. 15-10 the final of this one. The Dallas Lone Stars pull it out here, get the job done, and beat their division rivals, the New Orleans Gladiators. Just a fantastic game. Moving on, a 3-0 Pittsburgh Destroyers team looking for revenge against the team that knocked them out of the playoffs last year, the New York Empire. And the first two cars out there, Enzo 1 and Yellow Custom. Going at it here, battle of offense on both sides here, and in the end, it's going to be Enzo 1 getting the flip 5-0 in favor of the Empire, but that is going to quickly change. Tied at 5 is What Jr. came out, and now he goes head-to-head with Challenge. You've seen Challenge come out from the New York middleman spot, and what a move by What Jr. Let's get a look at this. My goodness, deep fry me a Twinkie and serve it on a golden platter. Unbelievable what Junior is able to do. But nonetheless, the battle continues between these two, and they had quite the fight, and a timeout was called there because the wheels got loose on what Junior. So after the timeout, game carrying on, and it looked like challenge was down there, but it wasn't interference. So the game carrying on, the match between these two carrying on, but it would finally cease to be and come to an end. Challenge getting the good flip, 10-5 New York. That brings out Green Blaze, and you will not enjoy this, but it will be over quickly. Well, you'll enjoy it if you're a Pittsburgh fan. You like seeing Green Blaze get a flip. Ties the game at 10, but uh-oh, here comes the franchise. Black Bullet 2. And an interference right there. Obvious interference, but the battle would continue, but not very much longer, as you just saw. A good flip there, and now it was Paradox trying to force OT, and no, not meant to be. My, oh my, mama, don't stop the drama, and the New York Empire got themselves the win. 15-10 over the Pittsburgh Destroyers, who fall today to 3-1. The Chicago Wind Attack and the Nevada Thunder, a pair of 3-0 teams. Chicago sending out Monkey Ball first, and White Indy out there from the Nevada side to meet up with them, battle of offense to begin things, and that came close to an interference off the very first collision. Let's get a look at that in slow-mo. Just missing his own teammates, thus no interference. And then this flip came off screen. Monkey Ball taken down Yellow Spider, just like that. So it was a 10-0 game in favor of Chicago, and right there, not 10-0 anymore. Hornet got the job done there, the Rookie of the Year, and now he would face off with R. Two great defensive cars, 10-5 Chicago in the lead, and these two would go at it and put on a show in a process. There was an interference there, and pretty soon, I should count it down, 3, 2, 1, but you're going to see a great barrel roll right there. Let's see it in slow-mo. Are somehow able to stay up in the process of that. Unbelievable magic working for him, but not able to get the flip. Hornet takes him down. We are all of a sudden tied at 10. The Rookie of the Year had a hell of a game, but now takes on Highlight. You saw his picture, the close-up, I guess you could call it, but nonetheless, it didn't take long. Highlight got the flip, and then going up against Toyota, and no overtime to be here today. No soup for you, says Highlight. Chicago Wind Attack go to 4-0, and they give Nevada their first loss of the season. 15-10 the final score of this one. Chicago getting the win. Well, folks, that wraps up the highlights, and now we get down to our main event, Southeast Division Showdown. The Atlanta Avengers on the road to take on the defending Eastern Conference champions, the Tampa Bay Gators. Atlanta, a team that's missed out on the playoffs for quite a few years now. It's hard to think of them as a playoff team, but a team with a proud history, especially kind of late 90s when the league was just forming going into the early 2000s. Atlanta was one of the very strong teams in the league. Tampa Bay Gators, they've been kind of mediocre since their move from Fairbanks just up till recent when Brandon took them over. And now they're a Crash Bowl contender. Both these teams looking to make their way to the top here in the CDL, especially in that Southeast Division. Let's go on ahead and get down the field and get right to the matchup. Gators and Avengers.
This is game time and it's game time and the madness fly. Show the strength that just can't be defined.
Alright folks, it is time for our main event here on this February 29th edition of CDL Live. We've seen some great games, and now a big one from the Southeast Division here. All Southeast Divisional games today. South Puerto Rico getting their first one against Miami. Washington maintain the lead in the division over Carolina. And now a matchup between two of the teams right behind Washington in the standings, the Atlanta Avengers and the Tampa Bay Gators. Both teams have done a little bit of everything this season. A little bit of everything. Tampa Bay here on home field today, defending Eastern Conference champions, a record of 1 win, 1 loss, 1 tie, no overtime losses, bringing the 5 points on the season. For Atlanta, they got 6 points, 1 win, no losses, 1 tie, and an overtime loss. Thus, tie 2 points, overtime loss 1 point. You get the whole point. But nonetheless, two teams very close in the standings right now, and even though it's only the fourth game day, hey, you only get to play your divisional rivals twice a year, once at home, once away. Try to take advantage of the home ones. And that's what it is for Tampa Bay. Atlanta trying to get the victory on the road, and hey, they got the team to do it. A lot of heavyweights out there for the Atlanta Avengers this year. This whole roster, like they were last year, it's all smash mouth the whole way through. Brandon, a little mix of smash mouth here with some defense. We'll see which side prevails today. Atlanta Avengers, Matt Geiser's squad on the road against Brandon's Tampa Bay Gators. Let's get a look at the lineups.
Hand of the God, and the darkness Messiah, and the vengeful one.
Here we go. The first two cars coming to the field. There'll be Clown out there first for the Atlanta Avengers. Phantom out there meeting from the Tampa Bay side, and just like that, Tampa Bay with the 5-0 lead. That brings out them pizza rolls from the Atlanta side, and almost interference there. Both cars start. Anyways, they'll go at it again. And that time, definitely an interference. Yeah, both cars staying up, still going at it. Two heavyweights here, and them pizza rolls is down, and Phantom putting on the brakes in time. Gets the flip to give Tampa the 10-0 lead. And enter 40, no, that's not 42nd, that's 40 actually. Enter 40 from the Atlanta side, from their captain spot. And he gets taken down, and Phantom comes out with a vengeance today. I mean, after taking the loss, and then, add that in with the tie where they almost got the win. I guess Tampa Bay got angry. They woke up today. 15-0 the final score. Phantom serving the Atlanta Avengers donuts for dinner, and the Tampa Bay Gators, hey, 2-1-1, folks. So definitely should shake up things in the Southeast, no doubt. Whole great day of games that we just had comes to an end like that, and hey, shutouts happen sometimes. Next game day, you'll get to see Brandon's other team on the March 2nd game day. San Jose Storm will be home against the Chicago Wind Attack. Denver Mustangs on the road against the Los Angeles Blades. The Cleveland Wolves on the road against the New York Empire. That'll be our main event. In case you're wondering who these guys got in the next game, the Atlanta Avengers going to be tough to bounce back from this one, but another divisional matchup and another big one too on the road against the Washington Patriots in the next game. Tampa Bay Gators, however, they will have a bye on the next game day, the March 2nd game day. So won't see them until the March 4th game day, when they will find themselves home against the Boston Vandals. So, that being said, James Hulse here, owner and creator of the Car Demolition League, thanking you for watching. Until next time, take care of yourself, be yourselves, folks, and peace.
I love LA. Big Sad California, yes, still applies to me. Everybody got something to say. Ability running, it's just beneath the skin. I must confess that I feel like a monster. I hate what I've become. The night has just begun. I must confess that I feel like a monster. Let's go! What you say?